transplants. Imagine not being able to save a loved one even though you're willing to risk your own life to do so. Your son or daughter, husband or wife, sister or brother desperately needs an organ transplant, but you can't help because you're not the right match. In the world of organ transplants, finding the right match is everything. Donors are scarce compared with the need. Waiting lists notoriously long and wrapped in red tape. More than 61,000 Americans are waiting for a kidney transplant right now, which brings us to a remarkable, and we think remarkably simple idea that might possibly ease the backlog. It's about fair trade, helping someone else in return for the same favor. Here's CNN's Jonathan Freed.
Rose and Paul Meyer have good reason to be nervous.
Try your hands real quick.
Oh, I can't help it. Okay.
They're on edge because they know any second now the two people who could end Paul's suffering will be coming through the door. The four have never met, but if all goes well, they'll be linked together forever.
Josephine, this is Rose Meyer.
Hi, Rose.
And Paul Meyer.
Nice to meet
And
you.
this is Daniel Meyer.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Not bad.
And Daniel's going to be
sure.
Yeah.
It'll be great, isn't it? Yes, I'm so excited.
Paul Meyer and Josephine Volmar both have kidney failure and need a transplant. Paul's wife Rose wants to donate one of her kidneys to her husband, and Daniel Volmar wants to do the same for his mother Josephine. But they can't because they're not compatible.
Dan was O positive. My other two kids are A positive.
So I'm ready.
So they wanted him right off the bat, but he's, you know, a little skittish about needles and doing.
Well, so is she.
Yeah, I don't really care to get poked all the time.
Turns out, though, Rose is compatible with Josephine, and Daniel is a match for Paul. The quartet was put together through a program called Live Donor Paired Exchange. Essentially, we'll give you ours if you give us yours.
And they've got a real good crew there, and that's where I go for dialysis.
Dr. Michael Reese set up the program here at the Medical College of Ohio in Toledo and teamed up with Dr. Steve Woodle of Christ Hospital and the University of Cincinnati to take the concept statewide. While other health centers around the country are trying paired exchanges, Reese says the Ohio program uses software they developed specifically to cross-match sets of donors and recipients, and he believes the potential is staggering.
Somewhere around 10,000 people in America are in this predicament where there's somebody they really love who they want to help, and for immune reasons they can't. And the answer used to be, I'm sorry, there's the door. And now the answer is, we have an alternative for you.
The Ohio organ exchange model is already being picked up by hospitals in other states, and doctors estimate at least 3,000 more transplants could be performed every year if it goes nationwide. What went through your minds when you guys met today?
I was just excited. I saw him and it's like, oh my God, this is just it's real. It's actually going to happen.
Was there a flash of, oh, wait a minute, this is going to be going to a perfect stranger? And did you ever have a second thought?
Myself, I was pretty excited because then I felt like not just one person was going to be getting help, but two separate people were going to get help.
Have all of you felt frustration or anger? What are the sorts of emotions on that side of the scale that you guys have been feeling?
For me, when I first realized that I was going to need a kidney transplant, it was more why me.
I think everybody wants a better quality of life, and this is going to give it to me. And I think that is just the most wonderful thing, because I can run around after my grandkids more, enjoy them more, and
Longer.
Yeah, and longer too. So this is just, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The fact that donors feel like they're helping two people rather than one means that the benefit that they're getting, which is nothing more than psychological, is double.
A little needle will poke, you'll be fine.
The meeting over, instant friendships created. Both pairs head home, mentally preparing for the upcoming surgery, which will happen with one operation in Toledo and another in Cincinnati. The events that will forever change the lives of four people start before dawn on a crisp spring morning.
It hit me about 11:30 last night. I woke up like, oh my God, I'm losing one of my kidneys today.
Rose Meyer arrives at the Medical College of Ohio in Toledo to donate one of her kidneys to Josephine Volmar.
Whenever you get put to sleep, bad things can happen. You have a heart attack, you could die from this operation.
At the very last moment, if you say, no way, we'll stop. And that's okay. Nobody will fault you for it.
200 miles away in Cincinnati,
Your last name, please.
Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R.
Rose's husband, Paul, checks in to Christ Hospital.
Could you repeat your whole name to me?
Josephine's son, Daniel Volmar, is there too, set to donate one of his kidneys to Paul.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Listen, you want to know the time to get nervous? The time to get nervous is when the surgeon gets nervous. That's if he's not nervous, everything's okay.
Okay.
All right. Do I look nervous?
No.
This double transplant is the result of a program called Live Donor Paired Exchange. Rose and Paul Meyer aren't compatible with each other. Neither are Josephine and Daniel Volmar. Usually, only close relatives would take the risk of donating a vital organ. But in this case, a computer cross-match brought together these two families, previously strangers, who will now swap kidneys.
We're asleep, we're positioned, and we're prepping and draping.
Okay, so you're already underway. Okay. All right, well then we'll proceed.
Everything is coordinated to happen at the same time in both cities, in case one of the patients has second thoughts.
I feel something in my left arm.
Okay, here's a little oxygen for you.
See you in the recovery room, big fella.
Okay.
Doctors use a remote control technique called laparoscopic surgery to remove Daniel and Rose's kidneys. The organs are then put on ice and prepped for transplant.
Okay, mark the time.
Time next door. 3 minutes, 26 seconds. Sounds good.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I'll check on you a little later. Okay.
The kidneys are taken to adjoining operating rooms, where Paul and Josephine are already unconscious.
And we take the clamps off, and it'll go from being dead and white to pink and alive and rocking.
Go for it. Take the clamp off. Mark the time, please. Clamps are off. See the kidney pinking up. Now we're going to see blood start coming down that vein. And open up the vein. There we go. Thank you. Pink, happy kidney.
Cincinnati's done in making urine.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm thrilled right now. She's got a new kidney, and it's a living kidney transplant. 50% of those will make it to about 15 years, and so I hope I've given her lots of great years of life.
Just 24 hours later, still recovering in the hospital and connected by a bond few have experienced, the two pairs make the effort to see each other.
Hi, Josie. Okay, how are you?
Oh, hanging in there.
You feel good?
Yeah, pretty good.
We did it.
All right, Paul.
Oh, you did it.
Ah, yeah.
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Bless you.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm glad I could help.
So, big question. Is it worth it?
I think
Yes.
so. I mean, I don't feel like I've lost anything, you know, and
I sure have gained. That's for sure.
If Paul Meyer and Josephine Volmar were forced to use dialysis, statistics show it could have shortened their lives by as much as 10 years. But thanks to the paired transplant program, if all goes well, Paul and Josephine will now have those years to spend with their families.
Yes.
Jonathan Freed, CNN, Toledo, Ohio.
Want to point out how rare it is for hospitals to allow kidney transplant patients to meet before surgery, because there is always a risk that something could happen to cause one or the other to back out. And we obviously want to thank the staff of both the Medical College of Ohio in Toledo and Christ Hospital in Cincinnati for their help. They gave us extraordinary access to the patients in this story, and to the surgeons and to the surgery. That was amazing.